The cupcake was vanilla with a swirl that leaned to one side. The kind you grab because it's already there. The plastic clamshell snapped open too loudly. Someone lit the candle and the flame bent, then steadied, as if it had decided to stay anyway. We sang. Not the long version, no clapping, no key. I leaned forward and blew out the candle before the last note landed. Smoke rose in a thin line and touched my nose. Sugar burned sweet and faintly bitter. My dad said, "What'd you expect? You're not a kid anymore." And it wasn't mean. That was the strange part. It was said like a received explanation, like weather. I smiled because that's what the room asked for. Then I rinsed the plate, set it upside down, and went to my room. The bag was already there, folded into itself from a trip I never took. I put in jeans, a sweater, my charger, the book I hadn't finished. I left the card on the dresser. The pen marks of everyone's name were different sizes, crowded into the bottom corner, as if they'd run out of space and time at once. My brother's birthday from last year drifted in, not the spectacle, but the way the effort had arrived early. The group chat buzzed for weeks. Reservations, playlists, an itinerary. He'd been surprised in the driveway by a bus that hummed and pulsed and promised movement. No one had told him not to expect anything, because expectations were treated as a gift you earn by existing. I didn't say goodbye. I didn't make a point of it. I just closed the door softly so it wouldn't thud and turn into a scene. Outside, the air was cooler than I thought it would be, the kind that clears your head without asking permission. I drove until the familiar thinned. A hotel on the edge of town had a vacancy and a lobby that smelled like carpet cleaner and lemon. The clerk asked if it was for business or pleasure. I said neither. He nodded like that was an option he recognized. In the room, I sat on the edge of the bed and waited for something dramatic to arrive. Relief, anger, courage. Mostly, there was quiet. The phone buzzed once. My sister, Mom's crying, "Where are you?" I typed, erased, typed again. Finally, "I'm safe. I need a day." I put the phone face down. The next morning I woke early and went to the coffee machine in the hall. The paper cups were thin. The coffee was strong enough to make up for it. I drank standing, watching a man in a suit argue with a vending machine that refused to return his coins. He pressed buttons carefully, then harder. He got his snack. He didn't look satisfied. At 10, my mother called. I let it ring out and sent a message instead, "I'll talk later." The word later felt like a fence post, temporary, useful. I let the day happen without narrating it. Around noon, a number I didn't recognize called. I answered because sometimes life insists. A woman said, "This is Karen from HR at your work. We tried reaching you yesterday. Your manager said you might be out today." I took personal time. I said. There was a pause while she found the line she needed. "Okay, I just need to confirm. Are you planning to be back tomorrow?" "Yes." "Great," she said. "We had a concern because your emergency contact called the office." The words landed one by one. What? She was worried, Karen said gently, and I could hear the rules behind her voice. The ones that exist so worry doesn't turn into policy. We assured her you're an adult and that we can't share details. I just wanted to check in and document that you're safe. Document, adult, safe. The sentence closed a door I hadn't known was open. After the call, my phone buzzed again. This time my sister sent a longer message, paragraphs broken by apologies and explanations that weren't quite either. "Dad didn't mean it like that. Mom feels terrible. Please just come home so we can talk." I sat on the bed and felt the absence of urgency. Not numbness, something cleaner. A sense that the conversation could wait, because I had proof now that my absence had weight. Someone outside the family had noticed and responded in a way that didn't ask me to shrink. I didn't go home that night. I ordered soup and watched a show I wouldn't remember. I slept. The next morning, I called my mother. She cried quietly, like she was trying not to disturb anyone. She said she hadn't realized. She said she thought I didn't mind. She said, "We didn't know you wanted more." I didn't want more. I said, and meant it. I wanted to be considered. There was a long pause. In it, I imagined the kitchen table, the chairs pushed in, the cupcake box in the trash. "Come for dinner," she said. "We'll do something proper." "Not today," I said. The boundary surprised me with how ordinary it sounded. "I'll come by this weekend." She agreed too quickly. I recognized the reflex, fix it now, restore order. I didn't correct her. When I returned to work, my manager asked if everything was okay. I said yes. It was the truth as far as it went. At lunch, my sister texted a photo of my childhood birthday, a cake we'd made together, crooked letters piped by hand. "Remember this," she wrote. I should have said something, Daishino, I typed back, and I did. That weekend, I went home with a loaf of bread from a bakery near the hotel. It was still warm. The house looked the same. The difference was subtle, a watchfulness, like furniture that's been moved an inch and everyone pretends not to notice. We ate. We talked about safe things. After, my dad cleared his throat. "I didn't think it mattered," he said. He didn't apologize. He didn't defend himself either. It was a statement of fact offered for revision. "It does," I said. I kept my voice even. "If it doesn't, tell me. I'll plan accordingly." He nodded. Once, I left before dessert. There was no drama about it. My sister hugged me longer than usual. My mother pressed leftovers into my hands like a peace offering. In the car, I felt steadier, not healed. That felt honest. On my next birthday, there was no party bus. There was a dinner reservation made in advance, my name spelled correctly. A cake from the same bakery as the bread. Nothing extravagant enough. And if it hadn't happened, if the cupcake had come back, the explanation ready, I would have known what to do. That knowledge sat with me now, quiet and undeniable, like a document filed and accepted.